Hey guys, it's Dave with My Freedom Smokes. Today I'm here to talk to you about the Smok G-Priv II. It's a new kit we just got in with a Smok G-Priv dual 18650 230 watt device. It is fully touchscreen, and you also get the X-Baby baby brother tank with the kit. Cool thing about this little device is one thing that really drew me to it, other than the touchscreen. Touchscreens are always fun to play with. Is it uses a magnetic battery door. I know a lot of Smok devices have been using that latch lately, but having a little throwback to the magnet door days, like the old Sigelis and stuff like that, was kind of cool for me. I always kind of prefer those type of doors, just because I like to have the magnets. You don't have to worry about a latch or something having your connections in there. All your connections are within the device, and you just have your magnetic door to hold everything in place. So I thought that was cool. I was glad to see that kind of make a comeback to one of their devices. The one I'm using is the rainbow, which we all know how Smok does the rainbow. It's basically two colors one side, two colors the other, not a true rainbow like their tank is. I'm not sure why their devices and tanks differ. It must have something to do with the way they decide to coat and paint the devices. Has a normal side fire switch like most of their devices. There's another button here about where a fire button will be on a lot of devices. It's kind of a multi-function button. It can be used to lock and unlock your touchscreen. And also just giving a quick tap of that button goes into instant stealth mode. I found that out by accident. You know, like I said, it kind of feels like where a fire button would be. I hit it and I realized my screen was off, and I tried to turn it back on and nothing would happen. Hit it again and I realized it was firing, and realized it was just a quick stealth mode. That's just kind of how I'll do some of these devices and stuff. I'll get playing around with them and kind of learn the stuff before I look at the instruction manual, and then go back and look at the book to really see what I do. What everything does. Just kind of a way for me to kind of self-discover how everything works, and kind of get in a mindset of using the device just by trying to fill it all out and figure it out for myself. But so far I've been really impressed with this thing. I've already liked the X-Baby tank, so I was excited to see that came in the kit instead of one of the little tiny baby beast or even the big baby. It's cool to see a different tank than what they've been giving us in a lot of their kits lately. And then the touchscreen itself was really cool. Let's go ahead and unlock that by holding this little top function button down. It's unlocked, and now I can actually go into my menus. And in menus, you got your variable wattage mode, your temperature mode. You can adjust your screen and your puff counter. A lot of the stuff in the wattage modes and everything is just going to give you your, whether it's a soft or normal or hard hit. You got your temperature control settings. The screen mode actually allows you to change the colors of the screen layout, which I have set to a purple font right now. But that's essentially all you're going to do is how long or what color your font is, and how long the screen actually stays on after you quit vaping it. So let me go back to the main screen. We'll keep it at purple. Main screen has got a nice little circle here. It shows your wattage. Here's a normal mode, how long it's been vaping. You see your amperage, your volts, and your resistance at the bottom. It gives you your puff counter, your battery indicators, and then the menu thing at the top left. So it's a real clean looking screen. Not a lot of weird jumbled up stuff. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. And then the way you adjust your wattage is simply 55 watts. You tap to the right of that and it goes up. And you can see it go up. I think if you hold it, does it go through? Yeah, hold it goes a little faster than just tapping it, which I found that out the hard way, because before I realized you could lock that button, I accidentally, by holding the device and vaping on it, had, I guess my side of my hand had hit that, and it was all the way up at 230 watts. Didn't realize it when I take a vape, immediately burnt hit, and I was like, oh, that's terrible, and realized it accidentally turned the wattage all the way up. So once you get your wattage set, you just hold your little button up top for a second. You see a lock appear. But yeah, let's go ahead and have a couple vapes on it real quick. 55 watts on the X-Baby Q2 coil. Now this coil is a 0.4 coil for 40 to 80 watts, and the best range is 55-65, so I'm right there at the low end of the best range. It's got a nice, good reaction time. It's pretty quick on there, and it just feels good in the hand. It's a great little device. This regular Smok carbon fiber look does come back for this one as the back panel there on the battery door. That's just one thing they've kind of always tied into a lot of their devices, having that carbon fiber look to it. And it does look really sharp on a nice flat panel like that. It has some more writing, G-Priv II, and a 230 watt TC there at the bottom. Let's see, You do got your screen lock, which I mentioned. You also can lock your fire button with 3 clicks of the fire button. So 1, 2, 3. It says fire key locked. Unlock, it's 1, 2, 3 again. Fire key unlocked. And then when you will turn the device off, it's 5 clicks. And it actually gives you a prompt on the screen, yes or no, and you just click yes, and the screen itself will go off, or the whole device will shut down now and gives you the Smok logo, and now it's turned off. Turn it back on, 5 clicks again. You do get your Smok loading screen, just gives you that logo there, G-Priv II, and it gives you the software version, which is 1.014. So there is firmware updates for this available. Let's see, where do they hide the USB port on this guy? On the very bottom. USB port and battery venting right there in the bottom of the mod. So everything looks good on it. Great feel in the hand, great tank. If you're looking for a nice 2 battery mod, a touchscreen, something you want to play with, I've been enjoying this. Like I said, I do like touchscreens. It's been one of the better ones I've had the opportunity to mess with. If you have any questions about the G-Priv II, please leave in the comments below. As always, it's been Dave with My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.